Hello, everybody. Happy Tuesday. I have a public service announcement today. This has happened to me now. Well, not happened to me, but I've heard of this at least 3 times now from various people, potential clients calling in. Usually, a step parent has done estate planning off of the internet, and the stepchild was one of the 2 witnesses to the will. And now step-parent has died and stepchild is having problems. This I cannot stress this enough. I don't know. I've never, obviously this is my job. I've never done the online will process. I don't know whether they don't explain it or people don't just don't pay attention to it. But you cannot be an interested party and be a witness to the will. By an interested party, I mean somebody that stands to inherit from the will. Now, if my parents had done this, which they didn't, but if my parents had printed a will off, why would they print a will off the internet when they could have their lawyer or son do it for free? But if my parents had done it and I had witnessed it and my sister had witnessed it, wouldn't necessarily be a big deal because even if those provisions were stricken from the will, we would still inherit under the statutes of descent and distribution because we are their children. The problem is when you get into stepchildren or girlfriends or boyfriends or anybody that's not a blood relative, is that the law says that any provision, the will itself is not necessarily invalid, but any provision that is given something to one of the witnesses is stricken from the will. And so if you strike a provision that gives something to a stepchild or a girlfriend or a fiance or whatever, you're not going to find them in the Ohio statutes of descent and distribution, so they're not going to inherit anything. And it's really sad when this happens because we can tell that wasn't the intent of we think we can tell that wasn't the intent of the person who created those documents. Obviously, they took the trouble to print that stuff off the internet, but you just cannot have somebody who's an interested party witnessing your will. It's really sad. I've heard, like I said, 3 examples of people calling in. And so please, if you're going to do an online will, go to your next door neighbor's house, go to somebody at church, go to somebody at work, get somebody else to witness the will for you so that your wishes can be carried out. Thanks a lot.